Good day everyone, I'm Teacher Teens and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about decile. Decile are values that divide a set of data into 10 equal parts. And this is now the illustration of decile, wherein there are 9 deciles which are denoted as D sub 1, D sub 2, D sub 3, D sub 4, D sub 5, D sub 6, D sub 7, D sub 8, D sub 9. And if the data are arranged in ascending order, D sub 1 would mean that 10% of the data lie below it. And D sub 2 would mean that 20% of the data lie below it, and so on. Let us discuss first deciles for ungroup data, wherein the formula for deciles for ungroup data is D sub k is equal to k over 10 times the quantity of n plus 1, wherein n is the total number of observations and k is the decile rank. These are now the steps in solving for the decile of ungroup data. Step 1. Arrange the data in ascending order. Step 2. Identify the value of k and n. Step 3. Substitute the value of k and n in the formula D sub k is equal to k over 10 times the quantity of n plus 1. Step 4. Solve for the position of the decile, that is the value of D sub k. And step 5. Find the value that corresponds to the computed position. Let's have now example number 1. Find the third and fifth deciles of the following random scores of 9 students in English. So these are now the scores of 9 students in English. 28, 15, 24, 30, 14, 31, 25, 24, and 30. So first step is we're going to arrange the given scores in ascending order. So we have now 14, 15, 24, 24, 25, 28, 30, 30, 31. So first is we're going to solve for the third decile, wherein we have the same data, which are the scores of the 9 students in English. So first step is we're going to arrange the given scores in ascending order. And then after that, we're going to determine the value of n and k. So we have the value of n is 9. So there are 9 data or 9 scores. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So therefore, the value of n is 9. And then next for the value of k, the value of k is 3 because we were asked to determine the third decile. So this will be the value of k. And then after finding the value of n and k, we're going to substitute the value of n and k in the formula D sub k is equal to k over 10 times the quantity of n plus 1. So we have D sub 3, so k is 3 is equal to k over 10. So k will be changed into 3. So 3 over 10 times the quantity of 9 plus 1. 9 is the value of n. Next is we're going to simplify. So 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. So we will just copy 3 over 10 and then multiply it by 10. So 3 times 10 is equal to 30 divided by 10 is equal to 3. So therefore, the third decile is located at the third observation. So that is 24. So first, second, third observation. So the third decile is in the third observation, which is 24. Next is we're going to solve for the fifth decile. So we will use the same scores. So first is we're going to determine the value of n, which is 9. And then the value of k is 5. Since we were asked to solve for the fifth decile, so the value of k is 5. And then next is we're going to substitute the value of n and k in the formula. So we have d sub 5, so k will be 5 is equal to k over 10. So it will become 5 over 10 times the quantity of 9 plus 1. Next is we're going to simplify. So 9 plus 1 is equal to 10. So we have 5 over 10 times 10. 5 times 10 is equal to 50 divided by 10 is equal to 5. So therefore, the fifth decile is located at the fifth observation. So that is the fifth observation. So we have the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So therefore, the fifth decile is in the fifth observation, which is 25. Let's have now example number 2. Find the 6th and 8th deciles of the following heights in centimeters of a random sample of 10 students. So these are now the height of the 10 students in centimeters. So we have 145, 148, 150, 153, 158, 159, 163, 165, 170, and 172. So as you can see, the given data are arranged in ascending order. So that will be the first step. So first is we're going to solve for the 6th decile. So we will use the same data. And next step is we're going to determine the value of n. The value of n is 10. So since we have 10 students, the heights of 10 students. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the value of n is 10. Next is we're going to determine the value of k. The value of k is 6 because we were asked to determine the 6th decile. So this will be the value of k. Next is we're going to substitute the value of n and k in the formula. So we have d sub 6, k will become 6. So we have d sub 6 is equal to k over 10 is 6 over 10 times the quantity of 10 plus 1. The value of n is 10. Next is we're going to simplify. 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. So we have 6 over 10 times 11. So 6 times 11 is equal to 66 divided by 10 is equal to 6.6. So since the result is not a whole number, so we're going to use now the linear interpolation. So using the linear interpolation, we're going to solve for d sub 6, and d sub 6 is in, or it is equal to 6.6. That is the position of the 6th decile. So first is we're going to determine the lower value, which is in the 6th observation. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So the lower value is 159. Next is the higher value, which is in the 7th observation, and that is 163. And the formula for linear interpolation, so d sub k is equal to lower value plus the decimal part times the quantity of higher value minus lower value. So we're going to substitute, and the value of k is 6. So d sub 6 is equal to, the lower value is 159, which is the 6th observation. plus the decimal part is 0.6, so this is the decimal part. And then times the quantity of the higher value is 163 minus the lower value is 159. Next is we're going to simplify this one. 163 minus 159 is equal to 4. And then next step is we're going to multiply 0.6 by 4. So the product is 2.4. And then we're going to add 159 and 2.4. So the sum is 161.4. So d sub 6 is equal to 161.4. So that means that 60% of the students' heights were at or below 161.4 centimeter. Next is we're going to solve for the 8th decile using the same data. So first is we're going to determine the value of n, which is equal to 10, and the value of k here is 8. So since we were asked to determine the 8th decile, so the value of k is 8. And then we're going to substitute the value of n and k in the formula. So we have d sub 8 is equal to 8 over 10 times the quantity of 10 plus 1. So 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. And then 8 times 11 is equal to 88 divided by 10 is equal to 8.8. So since the value of d sub 8 is not a whole number, so we're going to use linear interpolation. Using linear interpolation for d sub 8, which is equal to 8.8, so the lower value is in the 8th observation. So where did we get 8 observation? So here, the value of d sub 8 is 8.8. So this will be the lower value or the position of the lower value, which is the 8th observation. So we have 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So the lower value is 165. And the higher value will be the 9th observation, which is 170. And then we're going to use now the formula for the linear interpolation. So we have d sub 8 is equal to 165, that is the lower value, 165 plus 0.8, this is the decimal part. So the value of d sub 8 is equal to 8.8. So this is the decimal part, which is 0.8. And we have the higher value. So we're going to multiply 0.8 by the higher value minus the lower value. So 170 minus 165 is equal to 5. Next is we're going to multiply 0.8 times 5 is equal to 4. So 165 plus 4 is equal to 169. So therefore, the 8th decile is 169 centimeter. So this means that 80% of the students' heights were at or below 169 centimeter. Let us discuss now deciles for group data. The formula for the decile for group data, we have d sub k is equal to LB plus the quantity of Kn over 10 minus CF sub B all over F sub dk times I, wherein LB is the lower boundary of the decile class. N is the total frequency. CF sub B is the cumulative frequency of the class before the decile class. F sub dk is the frequency of the decile class. And I is the size of the interval. So these are now the steps in solving the deciles for group data. So we have step 1, identify the lower class boundaries in the frequency distribution. Step 2, identify the less than cumulative frequency in the frequency distribution. Step 3, we're going to identify the decile class wherein the formula is kn all over 10. Step 4 is substitute the values to the formula. And then step 5, solve for d sub k or solve for decile. Let's have now example number 1. Calculate d sub 1, d sub 4, and d sub 7 of the mathematics test scores of 50 students. D sub 1 is the first decile, d sub 4 is the fourth decile, and d sub 7 is the seventh decile. So this will be now the frequency distribution. So we have here the class intervals. So this will be the scores or the class intervals for the scores of the students, and this will be the frequency. So step 1 is we're going to identify the lower boundaries. So here we have the lower boundary for this interval is 20.5. Next is 25.5. Next is 30.5. So we're going to subtract 0.5 from the class interval, which is 31. 31 minus 0.5 is 30.5. Next is 36 minus 0.5 is 35.5. Next, 41 minus 0.5 is 40.5. And last is 46 minus 0.5 is 45.5. So next step is we're going to determine the less than cumulative frequency. So first is we're going to start here. So we will just copy this frequency. So we have 3. And then after that, 3 plus 8 equals 11. And then next, 11 plus 16 is equal to 27. Next, 27 plus 9 equals 36. Next, 36 plus 10 equals 46. And 46 plus 4 is equal to 50. So we have now the frequency distribution. Let us determine now the first decile. So using the frequency distribution, so first is we're going to solve for the first decile class. Using the formula k times n over 10, wherein the value of k is 1. The value of k is 1 because we were asked to determine for the first decile. So we have 1. The value of n is 50. That is the total number of frequency or the total of frequency, which is 50. And then over 10, 1 times 50 is equal to 50 divided by 10 is equal to 5. So we're going to look now for the location of the first decile class. So the answer is 5. So we're going to locate now the first decile class. So here, the cumulative frequency is 3. So, and then next is 11. So 5 is located here. So this part is starts from 4 up to 11. So therefore, 5 is located in this class. So that is, this is now the location of the first decile class. Next is, we're going to determine the lower boundary of the first decile class, which is 25.5. Next is the value of n. The total frequency is 50. Next is the cumulative frequency below the first decile class. So that is 3. This is the cumulative frequency below the first decile class. And then the frequency of the first decile is 8. And the interval is 5. So here, this is the class interval. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that is 5. So now we're going to use the formula for the decile. For group data, so we're going to substitute the value of K, LB, Kn over 10 minus Cf sub D, F sub dk, and I. So we have D sub 1. The value of K is 1 because we were asked to determine the first decile class. And then LB is, or the lower boundary is 25.5. Plus the quantity of Kn over 10 is equal to 5 minus the cumulative frequency below the first decile class is 3 all over the frequency of the first decile class is 8 times the interval, class interval, which is 5. And then next is we're going to simplify this part. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2 and then over 8. Next is we're going to divide 2 divided by 8 times 5 is equal to 1.25. Again, 2 divided by 8 times 5 is equal to 1.25. And then last is we're going to add 25.5 plus 1.25. It is equal to 26.75. So therefore, the first decile is 26.75. Next is we're going to determine the fourth decile. So the value of K here is 4. So we're going to solve for the fourth decile class, wherein we're going to use the formula Kn over 10 is equal to 4, that is the value of K, times 50, that is the value of N, all over 10. So 4 times 50 divided by 10 is equal to 20. So we're going to locate now 20 in the frequency distribution. Where is the location of 20 in the cumulative frequency? So the fourth decile class is located here. So 20 is here. So this class or this interval so starts from 12 up to 27. So therefore 20 is located here. So this will be the fourth decile class. And then next is we're going to determine now the lower boundary of the fourth decile class, which is 30.5. This is the value of LB or lower boundary. And then the value of N is 50. Next is the cumulative frequency below the fourth decile class. So this is the cumulative frequency below the fourth decile class, which is 11. And then next is the frequency of the fourth decile class. This is the frequency, which is 16. And the interval or class interval is 5. Next is we're going to solve for the fourth decile. We're going to use the same formula. So substitute the value of K, LB, Kn over 10, Cf sub B, F sub dk, and I. So the value of K is 4 since we were asked to determine the fourth decile. And then LB, the lower boundary, is 30.5 plus the quantity of the value of Kn over 10 is 20. So we're going to write 20 here. And then minus the cumulative frequency below the fourth decile class is 11. All over the frequency of the fourth decile class is 16. And then times the class interval, which is 5. And then next step, we're going to simplify this one. So 20 minus 11 is equal to 9. And then over 16 times 5. Next step, 9 divided by 16 times 5 is equal to 2.81. And then last step, 30.5 plus 2.81 is equal to 33.31. So therefore, the fourth decile is 33.31. Next, we're going to determine the seventh decile. So the value of k here is 7. So we're going to solve for the seventh decile class, wherein the formula is kn over 10. The value of k is 7. So since we were asked to determine the seventh decile, so the value of k is 7 times 50. So that is the value of n. And then over 10. 7 times 50 is 350 divided by 10 is equal to 35. So we're going to locate now 35 in the frequency distribution. Where is the location of 35? So the seventh decile class is located here, 35. So 35 is located in this class. Next is we're going to determine the value of LB, or the lower boundary, which is 35.5. Next is the value of N, which is 50. Next is the cumulative frequency below the seventh decile class. So that is 27. This is the seventh decile class. So therefore, the cumulative frequency below the seventh decile class is 27. Next is the frequency of the seventh decile class is 9. And the interval is 5. Let us solve now for the seventh decile. So we're going to use the formula for decile. So the value of k is 7. K is 7. And then the lower boundary is 35.5 plus kn over 10 is 35 minus the cumulative frequency below the seventh decile class is 27 all over the frequency of the seventh decile class is 9 and the class interval is 5. So next is we're going to simplify this one. So 35 minus 27 is equal to 8. And then over 9 times 5. So 35.5 plus 8 over 9 times 5. Next is we're going to simplify this part. So 8 divided by 9 times 5 is equal to 4.44. And then next is 35.5 plus 4.44 is equal to 39.94. So therefore, the seventh decile is equal to 39.94. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.